Hello friends, so today we're going to be making some scratch made pasta. This is, I suppose, a new cooking hobby I've discovered and I am in love with. So today we're going to be making a ravioli. I have not made ravioli yet. I have made like spaghetti and meatballs, I've done a lasagna, and I've made a different pasta dish. I can't remember what it's called, but it was my first time doing that pasta dish. I'll have the text on the screen of what it's called. Which was like, I had mushrooms and bacon. It was kind of like a bacon carbonara mixed with a Alfredo. Delicious. And I don't know, just pasta making in general it's just been really fun to experiment with. So we're going to be doing it together today, a ravioli, but not only just like a regular pasta. This is going to be me experimenting as well with some spinach pasta, and we're going to make a bolognese meat sauce to go with the ravioli, and the ravioli flavour is going to be ricotta and spinach, with regular pasta and spinach pasta combined. So let's just get started and make the pasta dough. So this is the type of flour I have. This is the only type of flour I've experimented with making the pasta. This generally is one of my favorite pasta brands. So yeah, I went with that flour, the 00 flour. Yeah. Also, I have tried a couple of different recipes. I first tried the recipe on this packaging, which you need 7 eggs, 1 whole egg, and then 6 egg whites. No, egg yolks, sorry. Yeah, egg yolks. So you got like a lot of egg whites left over that doesn't get used. And then I also just went like on TikTok, popular, just like a couple of eggs. I think it was 2 or 3 whole eggs. So that's easier, but the texture and flavour of the pasta I prefer out of those 2 recipes. That's all I've tried. That's all I've tried is a recipe on this packet, so we're going to do that again today because it is just delicious. But again, of course, making the spinach one as well, so let's just get into that. It is raining and I do have my dishwasher on, so I do apologise for that, but we got our 7 eggs. I don't think they're going to come up to room temperature, but that's completely fine. But we have 7 eggs there, so 1 we're using whole, the rest we just want the yolks with. And because I'm doing the spinach pasta and the regular pasta, you're going to essentially half this batch. So the recipe on here, we want 2 cups of this flour, 6 egg yolks, 1 whole egg, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of milk. So we'll start with the white pasta, and we're going to do 1 whole cup of the flour. Bench is nice and clean. Traditional pasta making is made on the bench, which is just so fun. Because we're going to have the spinach in with the second batch of pasta, I'm going to do that 1 whole egg in here. That can just crack right in, so you just make a well. And then we want 3 egg yolks. Well, maybe we might do a dessert that requires egg white. So we'll set this off to the side for now. I think we will add in the teaspoon of olive oil in this, and then the milk can go in with the spinach. And I don't know why, but I just love taking a picture of this. It's just so fun. Alrighty, and pasta dough is very, very simple and forgiving. All we need is a fork and a bench scraper. Honestly, you don't need the bench scraper, but it is a tool that does make it a bit handier, so especially like a steel one. So we're just going to start cracking these yolks and whisk up these eggs. So now when we're about this stage, just going to take this in flour, scrape everything in, and kind of just chop it, kind of like if you were to do like a pastry in a way. And then working with nice clean hands. Well, obviously it's all doughy now, but my hands were clean before I started this. We're going to knead this pasta till it's nice and smooth. So a good 8 to 10 minutes of kneading. Alright, so this is our pasta dough. It is nice and just soft, pliable, everything like that. So we're going to let it rest for about an hour. We'll wrap it up in plastic so it doesn't dry out. And now I use my bench scraper to clean this bench. I'm not going to like properly clean it though, because we are going to make the spinach dough right away, so they both can be resting. So I've just now popped some water onto boil because we need to, I should have started with the spinach dough to be fair, but we do need to blanch some spinach, wring it out, blend it up with the eggs. So I should probably start with the spinach, but it's okay. I'm still going to let this dough, the spinach dough, rest for an hour. Obviously now this dough, the proper or the plain pasta dough is going to rest for longer than an hour. That'll be fine. I don't think it's going to hurt it. But while I was kneading that dough, the postman came in. And I obviously can't show what it is because it's my Christmas present. Nick got me, this is my second one now, my second box of this, I don't even know how to say it, Le Creuset. I don't know, it's too fancy for me to know how to say it. But yes, I'm being spoiled this year for Christmas. I mean, I'm spoiled every year, but I don't know, this year just feels a little extra, which I don't know why, but I like it. But he's already taken what's in that box and has hidden it from me. Otherwise, I'm just waiting for the pasta to boil so we can blanch the spinach. I might make a coffee. I've decided I'm going to be making a garlic focaccia as well. So while we wait for this, let's go and get, I'm just trying to think, maybe two garlics from the garden. So the young garlics are only just starting to develop, turning like itself into cloves, but it's so young, like you can't pull them apart. But with my garlic growing for this year, I did not prep my soil. I just banged them, hope for the best. I done it like a couple of weeks past the latest date that I realistically should have planted garlic, and because it was so rushed and I just wanted it to go in, I put it in the most inconvenient spot. So I am now just pulling the garlic. They're very small bulbs and I'm just using it as young fresh garlic. The flavor is incredible and it is so fun to go out there and harvest, so we'll go quickly do that now. But there's not going to be a big garlic harvest like there was last year, and unfortunately this is my first time using the garlic seed from last year, and next year I'm going to have to buy a new seed. But I think after having such a successful year of growing garlic and now having such a very rushed, annoying year of growing garlic, because even like the amount I planted, I think double the amount of seed as last year. I think I did plant like 175 rings a bell, I don't know, 185, something like that, almost 200 cloves of garlic. I don't even think I got 50 plants out there. Like, it was just that rushed and that late. So yeah, now having not so successfully, I mean it is successful, but I have a harvest, just not a year's worth, not what I wanted. But now I have had a taste of that compared to now. I am determined to do it much better and earlier and prepare myself more for next year, because it is a bit disappointing. After saying all that, our water's boiled. So let's just do this spinach and then we'll go get the garlic. Alrighty, so we're just going to blanch spinach. I'm only working half a batch of pasta, which is 1 cup. Spinach goes down to literally nothing, just about. So I'm just going to we'll do 2 big handfuls. If I have too much, I can just hide it in the sauce or something. That should be fine. I should also have some cold water here, ice water. I literally have no bowls left. They're all in the dishwasher currently. My mother-in-law, I think she got these from Temu, like these wooden spoons. They are so cute. I hand washed them, of course. But they're really, really nice. Really nice spoons. Anyway, we're just going to blanch these for like a minute. And blanching is dunking them in hot water straight into cold ice water. And you're not really cooking them or anything like that. You're just doing it very quick. But because I don't have a bowl, I think I'm just going to drain this water and then keep rinsing cold water on it until my pot cools down, and then I can just chuck some ice cubes on it. We'll figure it out. So this is enough now. Alright, now with the spinach, like we done 2 big handfuls, we just got one regular handful. We just want to squeeze it out really well. And I think this will be a good amount to add, hopefully. Alright, so I've just plopped in the spinach. We still need, for the whole recipe of the pasta, we need 3 more egg yolks. So we'll add that into here. If you were making just pure spinach pasta, then you'd want to do the full recipe of eggs. So 1 whole egg white and then 6 egg yolks in with your spinach. But because I'm halving it, because I don't want double the amount of pasta, I don't want a whole batch of spinach pasta and a whole batch of regular pasta, so I'm halving the recipe. And we're just going to blitz this so the spinach is nice and chopped and combined with the egg. I kind of want a smaller, I love this machine, I do want a smaller one for smaller quantity things like this. I don't know. But this is so expensive. I should just have one, but whatever. And we want to add in a tablespoon of milk, because we didn't do that with the white pasta. So that will also help get this moving around. That looks beautiful. Okay. Alright, so the only other ingredient we're missing to make this into pasta is the flour. So 1 cup of flour, of the 2-0 flour. And I honestly think, you might see I got muck there. I did need when I was kneading this one, I needed a little bit more flour. I think I'm going to need quite a bit more flour. I don't know. We'll just see how we go with the 1 cup first. So we'll definitely make the well. Do I just do more flour? I really do feel like I need more flour. Or maybe I just don't do this whole mixture. I don't know. I'll pour this in. This just feels so nice. And obviously we don't need to really whisk the eggs. That's already done for us. It just looks so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love it. We'll use all of this. If it's way too soft and sticky, we'll just add in more flour. That is just beautiful. Alrighty, so I've taken my pictures. And I guess what we do is straight with the cutter. Or do we still whisk it maybe? I might do that. I'll get a fork. So we're still incorporating the flour. Slowly, I guess. Oh, I think I could have just went straight to the cutter. I don't know. We're just doing it like this for now. So thick and luscious. Beautiful. Yeah, I think I could have just went straight to the cutter or the scraper, sorry. Yeah, it's quite firm, so I think we're good. I'll just keep kneading up. Look how beautiful that colour is. Alright, so these tall plants are my garlic. I got tomatoes around this fence we built for Daisy. So this is kind of the smaller part that I go over, which obviously I got garlic right in the walkway, and I do have to go around for the laundry line, the washing line, or to go out. Don't not mind giant weed. They grow so quick and it's been raining. Anyway, to go out to these garden beds, to like it's very inconvenient. But look at this tomato. I've never had a tomato plant this explosive before, and I've already done such a massive harvest. So they look dark, but they are supposed to go more like a red tinge. I've got some peppers along this side, another one there, and then 2 more there, and more tomatoes. I did get tomato cages and things. They just grew quicker, so not the most ideal way to do the tomatoes. but whatever. It is what it is for this year. We have some poppies and yeah, just so many tomatoes. They're going great. Here we have the zucchinis. But anyway, let's get the garlic. So I'm just pulling them all up now. I don't really care. This one's one of the thicker ones. Bigger ones. I don't think I've had one this big yet. It's so small still. Yeah, I've had a bigger bowl but a smaller stem. But whatever. It's not ideal either because it's all wet. But it's fine. So as you can see, it does not look like a proper nice bulb. But we'll get another. Should we go for a real big one? Just to see it. But these ones are the biggest. They're not so much in the way. We get this tiny one. Or we'll just do this one. It's a bit annoying. And there's a big weed there. That was dumb. Whatever. See that one? You can see it's got the nice purple. So these are all Dunskin purple, but obviously they're very, very young, so not all the purple colours come, just on the outer layer. There we go. That is perfect garlic for what we need today. I know I said about making a focaccia and I was going to do that and I harvested the garlic for it, but that's fine. The garlic can go in the fridge. We can add that to dinner tomorrow because I don't have time to make the focaccia. So yeah, I should have started this a little bit earlier, but also my original intentions wasn't making focaccia. So I'm just going to go back to what original was going to do, just the pasta and the meat sauce, and just enjoy it in a bowl as is. We don't need a side. Obviously it would be lovely, but we don't need it. Don't have time for it. Not going to do it. So let's start with meat sauce. I got things here already to start cutting up. So onion, rest of this capsicum, a carrot and garlic. So I'm just going to chop everything nice and fine. Start sauteing that. Do have some fresh basil to go in as well. And the meat we're using today is a pork and beef blend, which is like ideal for bolognese lasagna. Like I think it's popular in Italy to do a blend of meat. So I'm just gonna like quickly speed make the sauce. Like I said, they're the ingredients. I'm gonna finally chop it up, saute it, add the meat, saute that, add passata. Season, this is just like a plain cheap passata. Season it really well with salt and pepper and using fresh basil. And I think that's about it because I want the actual pasta and the pasta filling to be like the wow factor, I suppose, of this dish. So I'm going to get that on and then we can make the pasta filling, the ravioli filling, and make the actual raviolis together. So we just got the meat and the veggies simmering together. I've seasoned it with salt and pepper and we're just letting that cook for a little bit. And now over here we'll start with the ricotta spinach pasta filling. So I've got a bag of chopped spinach, 250 grams. And then I got some smooth ricotta cheese. This is a 375 gram tub. I'm going to add maybe half, I think. We'll go with half at first, see how that looks. Then I feel like if I use half, like what am I going to use the rest of this for? We'll do the whole lot. Now I'm not going to season with salt because the ricotta is going to be quite salty, but I want to season really well with pepper. Like a good teaspoon. Crack in 1 egg. Nick and I have recently just been using whole nutmeg. I mean, there's been other things like coriander seed. I get the whole seed and I toast and cook that down myself. Same with the peppercorns. We grind that down ourselves, so we get the whole peppercorns. Nutmeg, you can use a little bit. I'm just using a fine grater. And then bring it back. So this is a strong flavour. We only want like 1/4 of a teaspoon worth. But it's just so cool and so easy to do. So we just do it. I do want to get like a small jar. I used to have a lot of small jars. I'm going to get some more and store these in a nice jar. And the last thing I'll grate in is some Parmesan cheese. Just, I don't know, just a little bit. Just a couple of tablespoons. I'm not massive on cheese. Obviously ricotta is cheese and Parmesan is cheese. But the Parmesan is such a strong flavour of the cheese, so that's fine. I'm going to put a glove on though and kind of smush it together because that not ginger, what is it? Spinach is still frozen. But that is all we need for our filling, and it's going to be delicious. So just like that. And yeah, the spinach is soft enough to break up the cubes. So that's what that looks like. Absolutely creamy and delicious. And over here we've just added in the passata, and I've just roughly ripped up a big old bunch of basil, maybe 1/4 cup of basil leaves. And I may add more, we'll see. So this is now on a very low and it can simmer away. I probably will be adding sugar. If this was simmering for a good hour or two, I don't think I'd worry about sugar, but it's not going to be that much longer. So I might need to add sugar, but I'll just wait to the end and I'll taste it and see if it needs any or not. And now we're at the fun part, making the pasta. So this is the pasta maker I have. I got it from Aldi. I think I got it when Aldi very first opened here, maybe, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And honestly, I used it when I first brought it, and then I just never touched it again. I don't know. But I always remembered like, oh, I should make pasta again because it was so fun, but I just never did. So this is the one I have, a roller, and then I've got a spaghetti and a fettuccine cutter. That's all I have. It's very basic. It is very basic. And then the 2 bits I need, one to clamp it. So it does have the clamp, I do clamp it. So what I have to do, I have to open up one of my drawers, because there is still flour in there from last time that I forgot to clean, but that's fine. So yeah, I just attach it to my bench like that. I do have a drawer open. I do get flour inside my drawer. Honestly, all in here is my notebooks. These things, like little keepers, so like avocado, onion, tomatoes, whatever. My cooking recipe notebook. Woo! What's that? Whatever for that, should we make it? Oh gosh. Dumpling wrappers! I was thinking about making dumplings. So, anyway. And my slow cooker. Anyway, that's literally has nothing to do with anything we're doing. I just thought I'll say that. Hopefully I got enough space here. I do need some plain, I just use plain flour to dust. I know traditionally it's semolina, I think. I don't have that. I wouldn't mind getting that, experimenting with that. But otherwise I just do regular plain flour rather than my 2-0 pasta. But we're going to actually do the spinach one last. We'll roll this one. This one will be our base, and then we'll cut the spinach one and make that pretty. So I'll keep my flour up there and open. And this is already half the batch. Normally I cut it into 4, so I'm only going to need to cut this into 2. I'm just coating it with some flour. Just roughly in half. Put that aside. Bring out the rolling pin, and I just quickly roll it. And then we can thread it through the pasta maker. So, dust off excess flour. All right. This is, don't mind that green bag on the floor there. That just has some work laundry. Anyway, let's start this on number 1. So this is my thickest. And for the first one, I go through 2 times. just so cool to me. All right, so we'll do that one more time. If it needs more flour, I can add more flour. I'm fine. So I'll do number 2. Number 3. So once you get the technique and the hang of it, it really does not take that long. But also, I've never made the ravioli. So assembling them into ravioli is obviously going to take longer than just putting it through one of these and cutting the pasta. Or lasagna, where it's just the sheet and that's it. So I'm going to hold this up here. This is number 3. A lot of air bubbles in this, which my first time experiencing, but that's fine. And we'll do 4, and then I think we're going to call it. Might just dust a little flour. Trying to use the backs of my hands. Right, dust this with some flour just like so. Gently fold it up, and that can just sit off to the side until we get this piece done. And it's literally the exact same process I had just done. And I'll do the exact same process again with the green pasta. So I think I'll just jump ahead, get this done, and then we'll be back. Oh my goodness, friends, what an absolute whirlwind of emotions this day ended up being over homemade ravioli. So if you watch the video, you will see how it progresses. I honestly thought this was a massive fail. I started this project confident and comfortable as a, hey, come in the kitchen, experiment, let's make some ravioli. Let me show off my little pasta making technique that I've learned, although obviously I'm doing the spinach pasta right now. And this is my very first time doing that. So I kind of can't say I've learned the technique for it because this is my first time. But I felt comfortable enough that I knew what I was doing. Fast forward, I really did think I was failing. But if you want to know the results, this pasta worked and it was absolutely beautiful. I will be making this spinach pasta again for sure. I will do ravioli again for sure. I will tweak the filling a little bit, to be honest. This filling is normally what I do for my cannoli. Delicious. I would prefer, I don't know, a way, somehow a bit more creamier inside of my ravioli. I'm not too sure. The spinach, it was still absolutely delicious, but I do think I will, it's not perfect, you know what I mean? And just the art and the technique of getting down with pasta making and learning so much about it has been so fun. And even since I filmed this video, I have made pasta again, and I really am enjoying it. So if there's any pasta recipe that you would want to see me create, whether it's pasta sauce or just a fresh pasta, definitely let me know. And we can do it together, because it's, obviously I love cooking. I have a passion for cooking, but it's just so different Pacific pasta making. So I also encourage everyone, if there is something that daunts you in the kitchen, but you want to give it a try, definitely give it a try. Whether that's sauce making, jam making, pasta making, bread making, pastry making, like whatever it is, the Pacific niche inside of the kitchen or cooking. I don't know. I love it. I really am enjoying it, and I want other people to find a joy in some kind of way in the kitchen, like I said, recently have just with the pasta. So this pasta machine as well from Aldi is great. It's working like an absolute machine at the moment. Obviously, it's a manual one. It's completely fine. You guys know, if you've seen my other videos, I'm very hands-on with things. Like I like to make my doughs and kneading even this pasta dough from scratch, bread doughs, whatever it is, rather than using a machine. It is, yeah, it's very cool. I wish I had more options on the thickness of not ravioli, of like the fettuccine type noodles. That's what I just did then with the pasta. to make the gingham pattern on our ravioli. I wish I did have a choice of thickness, but again, also I can use a knife. But yeah, a cheap one from Aldi, and it works incredible. So I think I have all of this pasta rolled out. Just dust this in a little bit with some flour. I might cut this, might not cut this, might not even need to use this. I don't know yet. So I'm going to set this off to the side. We'll bring back these sheets. And because it is a little wonky, this is thinner, this is thicker, I am going to use my pasta cutter. This goes through the machine perfectly. This is a bit wide. So just to trim off the excess, because I want it to be beautiful and I want it to go through the machine nicely. And we'll cut off the ends just to make the ends nice and sharp or square. And now, so we do need a piece to be the absolute base for our ravioli. Oh no, this is stuck a bit. Oh no. Okay, this we're going to fold like this, and we're going to re-put this in the machine. This is going to be our base. We'll do this as our top. So I'll grab the fettuccine noodles we've just now made with the spinach, and we want to lay it across for a really pretty design. Just slightly smudge it in just like that. And I don't care that it don't go to the end, that's fine. So this is extra and a bit bougie, but this is just a pattern that I wanted to do, so I'm just going to do it. Okay, so we got that. I'm so worried. I'm just going to end up being stuck to the counter. I should have probably done a hefty layer of flour on the bottom, but that's fine. I also want to do like, kind of like a gingham effect, I suppose. So, do it from this side. So pat it and then cut off the excess. No idea if this is going to work or if this is just going to make it completely green on top. No idea. You know what, I'm going to cut off, because like these pieces I'm obviously not going to use. So I'll cut that off in a little bit. Yeah, so I did need to roll out the second sheet for some more here. I really hope this is going to work. Oh, I'm getting nervous now. So what I'm going to do is again cut off the excess because we want it to be nice and pretty. If I'm making this just as a general meal to enjoy, I wouldn't worry about any of this. This is just experimenting and having some fun, and yeah. We'll see. I also feel like I should have brushed water in between every layer of pasta. That obviously will take a lot more time. I think that would just work so much better. Now gently cut off all of this excess. Whoops. That's all right. Okay. I'm now the rolling pin, just so ever lightly roll it. Oh, I really hope it stays. And now putting it through the pasta machine again. Oh my goodness. Oh no. No. Okay, that's not bad at all. It's just at the start here. Oof, that got me worried though. That's okay. At this point, right now, I don't care about the prettiness. I just want it so I can make some ravioli out of this and not this be wasted. So run to the machine here. So we did roll them out to a 5. I'm gonna go down to a 3. Or you know what? Let's just go to a 4 and we'll roll that. Be so gentle. Put it in and we'll just roll it. Oh no. I've done it a bit off-centered, but that's okay. Oh, what the hell? I didn't realise that was there. While it's this facing, actually, I am going to dust it with some flour. Oh, that's cute. No, that's cute. Yeah, she's not perfect, but she's still cute. And to me, that's a win. That is very much a win. Oh my gosh, I think that's the cupboard. Okay, I'm happy with this. Now this piece, the very first piece I rolled out, I'm just going to, oh my goodness. Okay, you know what, all this excess pasta, there's so much pasta excess. This is not the most ideal, and honestly I was hoping to have leftovers with like having a whole batch pasta, but because it ended up being such waste to try and make it pretty, this ended up getting rolled to what, a 4. Yeah, so I just got that flipped upside down. We're going to just push this through. So honestly, let's just do a 2 and it should fit down. Okay, that's quite, oh, that's really thin. Let's fold it like that again, squish it, and push it through again at a number 2. Because it's just going to be the backing of the ravioli. Okay, that's a bit better. Dust that with flour, because it is quite sticky. It's number 3. And a number 4. And this, obviously, this is not the prettiest, but it is what it is. It's a bit short, so we will do a number 5 for this. It should be fine. So put it back through. Now let's make ravioli. So I've got this filling. We're definitely going to have so much filling left over. What I'm going to do going to pack away my pasta machine, or at least just move it out the way. And excess pasta I don't think we need. Just the things we don't need, a rolling pin, stuff like that. Just get it out the way. The water is boiling. It's been boiling for a while now. Another thing I just done was taste test the sauce. It does need some sugar. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of sugar in with that sauce. Because we want to make sure that sauce is ready. I'm just going to mix it up, turn it off. Because once this pasta is cooked, we essentially want the sauce and serving it right away. So now with this mixture, I'm so nervous. We're just going to do a very small amount filling per piece. And I'm going to essentially cut this in half and then in pieces. I'm just going to cut them in squares. So you kind of want to eyeball where you're going to be cutting, and then maybe like, oh no, maybe like almost a teaspoon. That's honestly probably too much. I also floured the underside pretty well before I flipped it over. Well, flipped it over again. And like I said, this is my first time making these, so hopefully they turn out okay. We're going to have so much filling left over. That's fine. Okay. So much left over. Holy moly. We are going to add water. I'm going to find my pastry brush. I'm just going to use my finger to add water. And the water is going to act like a glue for our top piece to stick on. Okay, not only do we want that middle piece, but we also want the outside edges as well to be moistened. Whoa. Now with this piece, just going to flip it. Line it up like that, I think, and flip it over. Let's just do it. Okay. Okay, we'll do it like this. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I think these are too filled. Oh, because my sheets. Ah! No, it took too long. Okay. Just have to lay it down and just do it. Ah! No, I'm karate chopping. I don't know. I feel like I should have watched more videos. To be honest, I haven't even watched any videos recently. It's been quite a while since I last saw a video. I thought it wouldn't be that hard. But now I'm in it. I'm stressing. These peas. Oh my goodness. These are so cute. And of course, this one. No. I overfilled them. I had a feeling I was going to overfill them, but I didn't want to be stingy. Never mind. Okay. You know what? I need flour. Thought I put my flour away. I haven't. It's just right there. I'm going to do a plate. Some flour on it. I don't know. Using my pastry cutter to cut the pieces. Now it's in my hands. I'm going to really pinch. Oh my goodness. This is so stressful. just think that that's too runny. But that's the idea of it anyway. And then the other side. Why do I have flour on a plate? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I think that's seal. Maybe we can just go like that with some flour. Maybe a board. Holy Toledo. Whatever. Instead of a, hey, look at me, I'm learned how to make pasta. To be fair, this pasta, at least the regular pasta recipe, bomb. I know that's good. But this might be just a, hey, come and experiment in the kitchen with me and completely fail. We'll see. Thing like that, and I'm just gonna, because I don't want the green to be very floury. Oh shit. No. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's just get this done because I'm running out of time. Am I having fun? I was. Now I'm more stressed out than anything. Are these so cute? Not exactly what I visioned, but cute. Yes. Like, look at them. That is so cute. Are they gonna explode and leak and not be edible once they go in the water? Also, I'm pretty sure yes. But for now, they're cute. But yeah, I don't think this has worked. So, will I do this again? Will I experiment making ravioli again? Yes. This filling, no. To be completely honest, I didn't even look up a recipe for ravioli filling. This filling is when I make cannoli with pre-made shells. Perfect. But cannoli is already a hard pasta shell and it's baked in the oven. I feel like I definitely need something firmer for ravioli. Now it seems obvious. Didn't seem obvious before I started. So again, trial and error. We're just making things. Have I made a lot of mess and possibly wasted, what, 6-7 eggs and flour in time? Well, time not necessarily, because again, it's experimenting, I'm learning. I don't know. At the end of the day, we got spaghetti sauce. I can't be bothered making another batch of pasta, so I can go out and just buy some pasta, and we got spaghetti bolognese for dinner. And that is all okay and perfectly fine and delicious too. But it was fun. Yeah, sorry, will I make this again? Yes, ravioli. The pattern, probably not. It's way too much waste. In my head, it was going to be like equal parts, but then, I don't know, it didn't work out that way. So a lot of waste. I was expecting to use all the pasta, have more pieces. So try and do in a pattern. Probably not unless I was doing like a Pacific theme or something. I don't know. Maybe I would. It is fun to experiment that way. But making ravioli from scratch again, yes, I will try it with an actual proper ravioli filling. I'll do some research before making it. And homemade pasta, of course, I'm going to keep making that again. I do want to do, there's like a trio pack you can get at the shops where it is like fettuccine type pasta with your regular pasta, your spinach pasta, and there's like a really orangey colour. I don't even know what they put in that. Maybe tomato powder? I don't know. But I wouldn't mind making like fettuccine noodles and with the spinach and doing all that stuff, yes. Experimenting so much more, yes, but not like this. I think this is definitely a fail and we learned more. But regardless, let's just boil them. I'm just going to boil them in my air and I'll show you the result. I'm assuming it's all going to explode in the water. We'll see. I don't want to talk too soon. I've made an absolute mess of this kitchen, but I think they're working. I think they're working. The water looks a little murky. I think that's because of my excess flour, but I don't think any pieces have exploded. I honestly did not expect for them to work. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I don't want to get too excited though in case they they stop working. How beautiful is that green colour as well? I don't even have like a slotted spoon or anything. I just grabbed this, kind of giving up. I mean, he looks flat. I don't know where this filling on that one went. What the hell? This is probably cooked as well. Okay, I need to get ready. I had in my head that we were not going to be eating ravioli for lunch. Hell yeah. Very roughly serving now. You know what? I can bring the sauce over here. I'm going to need pasta sauce on the bottom because I really want that grain of my pasta. But I work so hard to do to be like center of attention. I don't want sauce all over it. So we're going to do the sauce first. And now I'm going to turn the water off, turn off the hob because I am sure that is cooked. I'm just going to fish them out and pop them on here. Oh my goodness. And that colour. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna like floss it now because there's too much mess. I've got a little kitchen. It takes 2 plates to make it filled. And I have like 3 plates, so I'm stressed out. I still shouldn't. I really didn't. I was like, oh, it's wasted. Okay, let's keep going with this. I'm so excited. My goodness, this is awful. There's so much mess still from, and I'm plating it, just whatever. Anyway, we'll do some Parmesan cheese on the sauce. Just a little bit because there is Parmesan cheese and everything else inside. Now my pieces. So, this is going to be so hot, but I'll show you. See how the seal is there, but there's still filling inside. Woo! Oh, that was a fail, whatever. So that's, yeah, interesting that. I think we get 8 pieces each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that. 1. Oh, it's so hot. 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks better. Whatever. We'll do a little bit more sauce. I didn't really think about how I'm going to plate this because, yeah, I thought I was doomed. And then we'll just do 3 more pieces. I really should have picked out like the prettiest pieces to start off with. Oh well. Just like that. 1, 2. Do this one. It's a bit not pretty, but whatever. I think this bowl is the prettiest bowl. Do some more Parmesan cheese, just lightly. Look at that. Slip and slide. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Let's do a taste test. I just done the photos. So hopefully it's cooled down. I just added like 2 pieces of fresh basil on top. Okay. I'm gonna try it like, well, there's a little bit of sauce on the bottom, but that's fine. So first bite. I'm gonna bite it in half, see what it's like inside. Okay. I like the outside, just the pasta. Just the pasta's yummy. Oh my goodness. It's like a ravioli. That's so stupid. Why am I like this? It's still inside. Yum. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm making such a mess. I got so much sauce on the bottom. This is so worth it. All that stress. Worth it. Oh my gosh, it's slippery. Okay, where's my fork? Okay. That is yummy. That is yummy. Taste of just the sauce. That's yummy too. Okay, I'm so happy. So happy. I'm glad I added that whole ricotta, to be honest, because it's very spinach heavy inside. I thought it'd be more creamier, but it's fine. Okay. That's good. So I feel like this whole video was a whirlwind of emotions. I have to go. I've got like 20 minutes to scoff this and clean up as much as I can. But yeah, this is gonna be all for this video. Sorry, it was very like, I don't know, I guess suspenseful, see if I failed or not. The leftover pasta, like I said, with how it's just, I could definitely re-roll this, cut it, make noodles, air dry it, whatever. Am I going to? Honestly, probably not. Or maybe it has been worked too much. Maybe it wouldn't have worked out. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, doing it with the pattern, pretty, a bit wasteful, but it was fun. Ricotta's filling, like I said, I think I said at least, I got one piece of puff pastry. I'm going to make like little puff pastry triangles. Use that filling like that. Egg whites. Could make a meringue, don't really fancy meringue. I'll try to find some kind of dessert. I'll just find something new and just another thing to experiment with, but not today because this dang ravioli stressed me out. But thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.